Do you see it? Do you see what I see?
I suggest that you go down to the description and click on her page to watch the whole video. It's really funny. Before the Turkey Day event last week, or pre-Turkey Day event last week, I never considered that 9/11 was coordinated by non-foreign people. It really took for me to see this circus of 2025, the one that somehow finagled their way into Pennsylvania Avenue, and we know how. For me to even consider the thought that September 11th was coordinated by an entity that was domestic, an entity that operated, likely, possibly, out of Pennsylvania Avenue. You see, I always took that moment when he was reading the book to that classroom. I always took that moment as like a oh crap moment, like a what do I do moment. But it was something about November 2025 that really made me consider different. Oh, I know what it was. Just before that event happened, the one a couple weeks ago, I happened upon a video here on the TT platform where someone talked about the accountant who had discovered $2 trillion missing dollars out of the defense budget. It was unaccountable or unaccounted, and this person was going to discover where it went. But not even a day or two later, maybe it was a week, I don't know, it was very quickly, that person's office was hit by a plane in the Pentagon. Not the Twin Towers. And the way they talked about the plane, how it had positioned itself, who was flying the plane, a person who at flight school was said to be someone who should never be behind a plane because they were inept. This person was able to bead the plane right at that office where an accountant who was looking for $2 trillion worked. In fact, it destroyed the entire department in which they had just hired more accountants to assist this accountant on finding that $2 trillion. Timing is funny, right? Last month, in November 2025, there was a death of a vice president. A man who, before I understood my spiritual gifts, I took one look at and went, oh, he is evil. There was something about his eyes that chilled me to the bone. Now, it doesn't seem implausible that people that we might call conservatives were only concerned about conserving their profit. They were never concerned about the people they swore to protect. Didn't matter the color. Didn't matter the race or creed. Didn't even matter the gender. All that mattered was protecting their profit. Not country. Not constituents. Just their coin. And while seeing that video and the evidence that was lined up, the pilot, the office, the situation that was, I think it was 9/10 or something, that they had announced that they would be looking for this money. Obviously, the coordination was in effect a little bit longer, so they had to have already known he was looking for this money. It's just he had just announced it. It's just too much to say it was a coincidence, right? If the Twin Towers are already going to be hit, what would one more plane add to the grief? People will be concerned about a target that was civilians. They wouldn't be all that concerned about a target that was a governmental building, right? But then the Turkey Day event happened. And we learned this guy was not only vetted, he was just like the other guy responsible for 9/11, trained and vetted by people, the Conservative Party, the Conservative presidency. Trained and vetted by the people who were chosen by the people who were chosen by the people. And that's when I realized false flags were not a thing of conspiracy. They're scientific hypothesis, conjectures just waiting to be proven true. To shift from the word theory into the word law. Because the law, the conspiral law, is if there is a threat to their money, there will be a sacrifice of the people. To distract, to disarm, and one thing about this 2025 circus, they're not going to stop at one event. We've already seen several.